Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're gonna try Dior Homme. So what I got is a little sample and a little plastic bottle with an atomizer. Here is what the little cardboard looks like. And there's a picture of the fragrance inside. And there's a little text that says, aromatic woody, the elegance of iris with a masculine touch of a vetiver base. Lavender from Vaucluse, iris from Tuscany, vetiver from Haiti. So let's try to smell. One thing I need to say about this is that Dior, I don't really enjoy to do the review with samples because their sample have so little perfume inside of it. It's just crazy. It's nice to try the fragrance more than once and to still have some to spray in the paper, and it's really hard. I mean, right now I've sprayed 2 spray in the paper and I believe I shake it, there's nothing. There might be like 1 spray or none left after my review. So if you enjoy to try fragrance, you might consider asking for a second sample if you're getting a sample from Dior, because one, it's barely enough. Anyway, now for the smell. Fragrance is really different on paper than on my skin. I think it's disappointing. There's the same problem I'm having with this fragrance than La Nuit de l'Homme. And if you watch my video with La Nuit de l'Homme, you'll know what it is. If not, I'll say it really soon. So what I'm picking up is iris. It's rich, it's nice. It says that it's a real iris, so it smells good and natural. Even though I would say a lot of bergamot wouldn't be the most dominant note, but definitely it's there blending everything together and holding everything together. Picking up a little bit of lavender, picking up a note in the background, but it's really subtle. I couldn't say if it's amber or leather. I would assume that it's leather because I smell leather more than amber. But it's really subtle, but it seems like it wants to go out of the fragrance. It's just too early, and it's like, that's about it. On my skin, what I'm picking up, there is a lot of lavender. It's really, for me, it's a lavender-based fragrance to a point where I think it's crazy that people call this an iris fragrance. There is some iris, but it's really minimal, and it's kind of hidden behind the lavender. The lavender is extremely powerful. If I would be a great fan of lavender, I would probably buy this fragrance because it's a nice lavender that feels really natural, but it's lavender. It's not the iris where it's really well known for. Also, I'm picking up some cacao note from the beginning. It's really subtle behind the lavender. In the heart, I'm still picking up a little bit of iris, a little bit of cacao, and a lot of lavender, but at that point, I'm starting to pick up some leather. In the dry down, the lavender now is all gone. And it would say in the early dry down, the lavender finished to be all gone because it's really just a heart note lavender. I'm picking up still then more iris, which is the most dominant note at that time. And I'm picking up some cacao, but just a little bit subtle. Some leather, that's again subtle, and some patchouli that appear at that point. And I'm picking up also a note that I would call amber, but it's not the usual amber note. I would say it's probably some aroma chemical that, amber and leather are both fantasy note. There's not like amber essential oil or leather essential oil. It's stuff that are put together and at the end smells like those 2 notes. And a lot of ingredients to create leather are also used in creating amber. So this is just the different direction you're taking with that chord. So I would assume that it's what making the ambery note. I wouldn't call it a definitive amber note, but there's some ambery aspect to the fragrance. And then more in the far dry down toward the end of the life of the fragrance, I'm picking up some leather At that point, the amber is more settled as really a note that I can find. I'm picking up a little bit of patchouli in the background, and the iris is gone. And at that point is the cacao that is the most dominant note of the fragrance. Projection of the fragrance is pretty good. It's average. In fact, a little bubble around me, people are able to smell it. And longevity is good, 7 to 12 hours. Now, where I would see this fragrance? For me, Dior Homme is a really good business fragrance. No matter if it's iris fragrance on your skin, or if, like me, you're unlucky and it's lavender fragrance, or unlucky, it's not necessarily unlucky if you like lavender. Either way, that's a good business fragrance. Both notes are good for that purpose. I wouldn't say it's such a good dating fragrance, but I still heard of some people said that they got compliment from it. So I wouldn't call it a bad fragrance. Also, the one I'm having, it's the old version. It was a bit more bold, or I haven't tried a new version, but anyway, it was known to be more bold. So I wouldn't put it in a dating perfume, but you will be able to make it work. In the summer-winter spectrum, I would say it will fit more in the middle. Could wear it in summer. I would say the lavender is a really nice summery note. It will go well in summer, but again, it's not necessarily a fragrance that is specific for summer. The projection is okay, so it wouldn't be bad in winter. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good in either summer or winter. Wouldn't be, like, more in the middle. And as an everyday scent, I think it would do a good job. It's not where I would put this fragrance, but it will be still doing a great job. Projection is great. The longevity will last the whole day, so this is something you want. Price, if you're getting it in retail, is a bit expensive depending on your budget, but it's not a bit expensive. It's like a normal fragrance. A discounter is popular, so it will be still a bit expensive, but definitely not be something that will be against putting it in the everyday style of fragrance. Will be doing a good job there, even though if it's not where I would put it specifically. In the end, I think it smells good. On paper, it smells great. On my skin, it smells nice. It's just I'm not a big fan of lavender. I like lavender, and I enjoy lavender fragrance to be a lavender fragrance on me. It's just when there's another note that is really the heart of the fragrance, really what you want to smell in the fragrance. Like La Nuit de l'Homme, you want to smell the cardamom on La Nuit de l'Homme. You don't want to smell lavender. It's the same for Dior Homme. You want to smell the iris. This is what makes this fragrance, and smelling lavender is just disappointing for what it is. I wouldn't say that it's low quality. It's good quality. It's just on my skin how it is, and definitely you need to check it out. Maybe on your skin it will be just a lavender fragrance. Maybe it will be an iris fragrance. It's a good fragrance. It's really a nice fragrance, and I don't want to talk about it. It's just how it reacts on my skin. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you try this fragrance, tell me what you think about it. And also, if you tried the older version, which is the one I'm having, and the newer version, tell me what you feel are the difference between those two versions. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.